All right, I came back. Hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about how I am down 30 plus pounds. Please subscribe and get ready to share because this may help someone. The amount of time I have recorded this video, and this one is just whatever you get is whatever you're gonna get. I have my handy dandy paper here. Let's get into it. 2021, dad passed away, and by 2022 I was plus 54 pounds. I walked past a neighbor, and this is in my old community, and I heard the woman say, "Wow, she's gaining weight," and her husband replied, "Yeah man, she'll get bigger and bigger." And of course when it's shame, I felt some type of way, but was that enough for me to press on and try to lose the weight? No, it wasn't. My mind wasn't there yet. And then in 2023 my husband and I decided that we want to try to have another baby, and failed. The doctor said, maybe you need to lose some weight. Was that enough for me to get going? No, wasn't mentally there yet. All right, 2024. I saw my weight on paper. And I have this unspoken rule in my mind, or, agreement with myself that I would never hit 300 pounds. I was 3 pounds shy of 300 pounds, and therefore I had to make some changes. That was my clicker. That was my ding, 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 ding moment. Yeah. And so I prayed. I invited God into the journey, and I asked God for help, because at the name of Jesus, this weight's gotta bow. It's gotta go, So I also had to understand that blood means a sin. And I also had to understand that I needed to live all facets of my life in moderation. So yeah, I had to drop some habits, but we'll talk about that soon. Next is I had to change my self-perception. I have caught myself speaking over myself that I'm lazy, that I'm a procrastinator, etc. It didn't align with my goals, and whatever you speak over yourself is whatever you live. And so I now identify as a strong-willed person, as a determined person, as a person who can get things done. And that caused me to instill small habits that align with my goals, such as setting small goals for the day, putting myself on a timer, check-ins with myself just to get things done, and establishing accountability with friends. That part. Yes. Next is food is medicine. Understanding that food is medicine. I had to do some research on the diagnosis that the doctor gave to me, saying that I am pre-diabetic with polycystic ovarian syndrome, insulin resistance, and that I have Hashimoto's disease. And so I did some research to try to identify the foods that may help and the foods that also exacerbate symptoms. Man, it's a whirlwind, and I'm trying to figure it out still. But as a result of whatever knowledge I've gained, I have reduced my gluten intake, reduced processed foods intake, reduced my lactose intake, and I'm trying to do more earth to table sort of eating, more clean eating, basically. I have not replaced sugars. I instead will have the serving size amount for sugars. And I am prioritizing protein. The amount of protein I eat for the day is paramount. Whether it be I drink it or eat it, it's the goal. Also, I don't exceed more than 30 grams of sugar per meal. I don't transfer. If I don't get to have it for breakfast, it doesn't mean that I can have 34 or 60 grams of sugar for lunch. So no, it's 30 grams of carbs for the day, per meal. 30 grams of carbs per meal, and that's it. Then what was really paramount as well was that my provider, my primary care physician, went ahead and she allowed me to consult with a dietitian, and that was so helpful in understanding pre-diabetes, diabetes, labels, replacement sugars, actual sugars, and the benefits, along with proteins and fiber to help with weight loss, to help with insulin management, etc. And I've been implementing such. I could put that in another video. All right, next is fasting. I implemented intermittent fasting every other week. Now I am reading more research articles, and I'm learning that I may be able to do it for like the whole month. But the reason why I wasn't doing it the whole month is because I didn't want to hurt something while fixing something else, because I'm seeing conflicting information out there. All right, so I would sometimes have a wide eating window like 12 to 8, or a short eating window 3 to 6, or 7 to 8. So one would allow for 3 meals for the day, one would allow for 2 meals for the day, and one would allow for 1 meal for the day. And remember, prioritize protein. Next is knowing how to break your fast. You have to plan. You have to plan. You have to plan. I implore you to plan, because I messed up in the beginning, where as soon as I'm ready to break my fast, oh my God, I am so hungry. And what did I do? Binge. And so what I started to do was to plan my meals ahead of time. It doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have to meal prep and all that jazz. It's up to you, because it can become mundane and boring, or you just get tired of the food basically. And so I would just say, all right, then at the end of my fast, like I start cooking maybe 30 minutes into the end of my fast. So, you know, I'm not rushed at the end of the fast to get something. So I know that, all right, I need to prioritize protein. Let me do some shrimp. I need to prioritize fiber. Let me get some green salads on the plate, and maybe like a sweet potato or something like that. And I don't always have carbs. However, I have carb at least once for the day. I don't deprive myself of it, because I don't want to binge. When it comes on to processed foods like pizza, what I do, I have a salad first, then I have 1 slice of pizza, because trust and believe, I used to could I eat 4 slices of pizza one time. Love it. I also love my McDonald's fries. I give myself something to look forward to. Okay, if I hit this goal weight by X amount of time, then I'm allowed the fries. If I hit this goal weight, then I'm allowed Five Guys, the burger joint. If and funny enough, what I've also begun to learn is that I've gotten so turned off by junk food now. Like, my stomach can't manage it. My stomach cannot manage it. Like, I literally feel sick. I had my heart set on Popeye's wings. And after I ate it, and I know it was freshly cooked because it was piping hot, I could not. My stomach couldn't handle it. But anywho. Next is moving within the first 10 minutes for 10 minutes after I complete a meal. And the dietitian explained that it allows for the sugar to move from the blood cells to the blood vessels to the cells in the body, and so it kind of reduces the insulin spike, and just helps with blood sugar regulation. So what I would do, doesn't mean that I run go outside and lift weights, or run go to the door go walk. Not all the time. It simply means that I just find an area in my house to clean, or if I'm working and I'm mobile, I will park somewhere and go walk the plaza. Just move for 10 minutes. Go into a store, walk the store, or walk around the neighborhood. And I've also begun to enjoy morning sun. I used to wonder why people walk in the sun, because black me. But it's so helpful with clarity. Try it and tell me. Or if you've done that before, comment below. Watch YouTuber. Anyways, and then habits I have formed, habits I have dropped. Stop watch the mukbangs. It's something that used to relax me, and I used to be so fascinated with how people eat so much food at once, and but it caused me to lust at the food. It caused me to want all that food. It caused me to be hungry even when I know I should not be hungry. It's tricking the brain. And therefore I didn't quite have an understanding of satiation versus hunger. That's another thing. And so another habit that I have, like I said, I'm a handed on the paper here. I ain't doing this over again. No. All right, another habit that I have stopped is that I've reduced eating out. Like I said, one of the pros is that I'm now turned off, Against that one, you don't know what they're putting in your plate. You don't even know they wash the chicken. You don't know if they clean their hands. I've seen so many videos of people being unsanitary when it comes down to food preparation. Whew, I'm saving myself some, but the real reason is I want to be aware of what's in my plate. Sometimes if you're going to go to a restaurant, plan ahead. Look up the menu and say, all right, I am going to order this salad, this protein, this carb. This is in alignment with my goal. And that way you don't stray or pig out or, pig out or overdo things and get out of moderation. Let's be kind. All right. And then the worst enemy in weight loss, plateau. I've been through plateau so many times, and the thing is, when I just started the journey, I just had to think about weight loss and I lost the weight. It came off. I lost the first 15 pounds in no time. And then after that, 1 to 2 pounds every other week. But my priority was, I just said, okay, Cody, just do not gain it back. And plateau simply means switch it up. It may mean that you need to rest more, that you need to rest less, that you need to move more, that you may need to move less, that you may need to fast more, that you may need to fast less, that you may need to eat more, and that you may need to eat less. Yes, switch it up. So and that's part of the reason why I've maintained the every other week fasting, because I feel like that's how I've been getting consistent results. 1 week I eat 3 square meals per day, prioritizing protein and fiber, and that's where I actually meal prep, because I just go in the fridge and get something. If I know that I'm supposed to be eating 3 square meals a day and I'm not planning to do it well, I will grab anything. When hungry like you grab anything. Plan ahead. Yeah. And then vary your carbs. If I find myself eating sweet potato back to back, or rice back to back, I switch it up. Switch it up. Try something new. Let's try something new. Next is sleep. I have a problem with sleeping. I have a problem with falling asleep. I have a problem staying asleep. My fingers aren't great right now. I'm sorry. I have a problem staying asleep. And so to fall asleep, I have romanticized my bedtime routine just to get myself all cozy and everything. I've tried the magnesium glycinate. I've tried the Sleepy Girl mocktail. And I'm not going to say it hasn't worked. My cortisol levels are whacked up, and I'm working on it right now. You have to manage your cortisol levels. My therapist recommended deep breathing, meditation, and I've been trying that, but truthfully what has been working for me is coloring, and sometimes Sudoku. It just gives me something else to focus on aside from what's in my mind. And sometimes I'll be on the phone with my friends, but I'm still coloring. Yeah. And then, sorry about the slider is open. I'm sure you can hear that, but I'm not record this over. All right. Staying asleep. I just did one thing and it's been working, which is to wear a sleep mask. Light reduction. When you get up to use the restroom, yeah, make sure it says you have low light in your bathrooms or stuff like that. Just to, if you, and do not take up the phone. No matter how tempted, I have to be talking to myself, Cody, do not take up the phone. It doesn't matter how tempted I am, do not take up the phone. Once I take up the phone, it's over. Put the sleep mask back on and go back to sleep. All right. And next thing is weight monitoring. I weigh myself daily. I understand that some people are against that, but that works for me. I am not easily dismayed when the scale goes up, nor down. I weigh myself daily, and I'll weigh before my first meal without clothes on. And you can put in the comments how often you weigh. You can put in the comments your opinion on it, and I'll read it. But I weigh myself daily without clothes before a meal. and that allows me to become aware of what works and what doesn't work, and fluctuations, and etc. Support. Share your journey with people who celebrate small wins. That's very important. Very, very important. You don't want somebody shooting you down when you're trying to go up. No. Until you kind of, develop a I don't care sense of mind. Right. And lastly, speak over yourself. I have been speaking over myself. And when I left 290, I said, I shall never see 290 again. When I left 280, I said, I shall never see 280 again. And when I left 270, sure enough, I said, I will never see 270 again. Now, does that mean that I won't see 270 again? Absolutely not. Because when you reach 269 and you eat something and you go back on the scale, it's going to say 271. But I'm speaking life into me. I'm speaking over myself, and I'm declaring that I will never see those weights again. Speak over yourself. Weight loss is hard, but it can be done. And I also make sure my FYP, my For You page, is strictly about weight loss. Strictly about weight loss. Hold on, did I talk about working out? I have a home gym, and I've been trying my best to work out. But most of my movement is through cleaning the house or taking walks. And I've been slowly incorporating weightlifting because a girl doesn't want to be flabby. I don't want to be flabby. And that's kind of the reason why I'm alright. Slow and steady is really winning the race right now. But if them say you can't get the Ozempic tomorrow, I'll consider it. Thank you so much for watching. Please share your opinion down below. Please share with a friend. And please subscribe and like the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll share with you how I romanticize my nighttime routine. Kind of nervous. Bye.